Good morning and welcome to day 2 of packing. There's 2 things I'd like to address here this morning, and the very first thing is thank you. Thank you. You're watching this video, and I want to say thank you so much. The second thing is there's a point I'm trying to make in the following section of this video. And what it gets down to is that I never started a YouTube channel for fame, fortune, monetization, which is the same as fame. No, fortune. I'm a little overtired, as you will see. I am very humbled by the community that is being built here, just because I finally became brave enough to just share my story on this crazy thing called YouTube. And by sharing my story, it is creating a community of people here who can relate to one another. And I am humbled by that. So again, thank you. Now, if you would like to witness the very long, emotional, circuitous conversation I had with you first thing this morning when I wasn't quite awake, for your viewing pleasure, the start of day 2. I am overtired. I overdid it yesterday, even though I didn't do all the work from packing day 1. I'm hungry. I'm here making my breakfast. As a matter of fact, I better pay attention. I am so overwhelmed. Try not to cry. I am overwhelmed with the community that is being built here. Those crazy. I am so not awake yet that words are escaping me. The YouTube algorithms dropping my videos into the recommendations for other widows, other women who are facing similar struggles and can relate to me and connect to me. I am so humbled by the outpouring of support and the comments and the followers, because damn it, I'm not going to cry. When I was caring for my husband, when this all first started years ago, I was still in a place where I felt as though I needed to find a job, and I could never find a place where I fit in the employment world. And I have a beautiful friend who loves to tease me, and I love the teasing because she says I've done so much in my life. Like, what haven't I done? But that was only because I could never find a place to fit in. I was such a free spirit. I didn't conform to the regular world, and I was so unhappy in jobs, and I would cry going into work, and all I ever wanted was to just be myself and let money or anything like that just be a consequence, just something that happened in the background. It's never been about money for me. It's always been about self-expression and connection, and the freedom for us all to just be who we are without somebody making a snide comment or a judgment. You know, how dare people even do that and crush other people's dreams? And to see that the world is leaning more towards acceptance and freedom and understanding people are allowed to have their own truths. That excites me. So tired. What I was getting at, I was so afraid back then to make a YouTube channel because I was always afraid of the haters. And I didn't want to, or neither did I have the energy to deal with the potential haters that might make comments. But in the back of my mind, the mantra was always, share your story. Just share your story. Just be yourself. And then I think the author was Seth Godin. I'm not sure if that's correct, but he said a phrase that really stuck with me, where you just want to find your tribe. You just want to be authentic, be yourself, and the people who do the similar things that you do will find you. People like us who do the things we do. Something like that. And after living such a hard life and being such a fierce advocate for my husband with cancer and realizing the importance of life is just living in the experience of it. Like, that's all we get. When you die at the end, you don't get to take the toys with you. But you can take that experience. Like, I truly believe there's more after we move on. And all you get is the experience. Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Oh, this could be one of those moments where I'm going to have to stop and look and see what I was just saying. Okay, I'm having my oatmeal, my nutrition, my supplements so I can think better. What I was getting at was that once you deal with life and death and things that really matter in trying to keep somebody alive, the rest of life can look very trivial. The arguments people have, or the things that people get caught up on that they want to be upset about or be offended by, just don't even. I hold a candle in the wind, would that be? It doesn't even register because you realize they don't get it. You realize that they're still caught up in some other story and they're allowed to be. That's the path they're on. That's the journey they're in. But dialing it back to the crux of this story, I finally jumped in to YouTube and just decided to be myself. And the other day, I stayed up way too late looking at my own videos because I've had this YouTube channel for 7 years. That's because when I first started, I might do a video and 3 months later do another one. And you can slowly see the transition to where now, because technology is supporting me, because these vlogs I've mostly been doing right on my phone. Adobe Premiere Pro went right out the window unless I need to get really technical on something. Everything's right on my phone. I edit it on the phone. I even make the crazy thumbnails on my phone. And at this point, I don't care how wonderful they look because the right people will find me. I don't have to go out of my way to try and find you. But the whole time I've been doing this YouTube channel, I've just always felt like I finally found my calling. I don't even know if I like the word calling, but I feel like I fit in. I have the freedom to be me. I speak my truth, and all I'm doing is sharing with you my crazy life and these emotions. I grew up reading self-help books. I talked about Dr. Wayne Dyer the other day. And I feel as though if I get it and I've learned something, I want to share it because maybe when it gets channeled through my crazy brain and hits your ears, maybe you'll hear it differently. Maybe it'll just hit you the right way, where other times when you've heard the same information, it didn't quite click. But I'm not trying to do that. I think you guys get what I'm saying. I just want to circle back to how humbled I am at the connection and the community that we're building here. Ladies, we have gone through some hard times. And I'm talking to all of us, not just the widows, and I guess technically not just the ladies, because I'm sure there's some guys out there who have been hit hard too. So I'm not alienating you. Life is hard, and we need to give ourselves the permission to creatively express ourselves. That's all my channel's ever been, because it's not a luxury. Those fun things that we love to do, the hoarding of stickers and the junk journals and insert your creative expression here, is not a luxury. It's so important, so that when days like this happen, when you're overtired, but you still got to show up and life is happening, you can actually survive it pretty good and even laugh at it a lot and make fun of it, because you've given yourself the time to do the things you want to do. You sneak it in there somehow, right? When I was caring for my husband, it might have been 10 minutes here, 5 minutes here, or whoo, I got an hour. I love you. I'm starting this morning off being humbled and hugging all of you, throwing you all kisses. I love you. Thank you. Just thank you for giving me the space to be me. And yeah, I really need to eat. And if I don't shut my yap, I'll never eat. Yeah, last night my body tanked. So wait, let me take a mouthful. Oh, that's too hot. I'm not used to doing the steady 10 to 4 like we did with Nadir and Brooke. My body was buzzing by the time they left, which meant my adrenaline was pumping just to keep me upright. I made sure I ate. I made sure I ate cleanly to support the body, drank lots of water. But by the time I went to bed, and I was narcoleptic by 7 o'clock. I was, again, I think it was around 9:30, 10:30. I was up at 12:30. I was dizzy. I was lightheaded. The room couldn't stop spinning. And I felt drunk and giddy. And apparently I was dehydrated and the adrenaline was coming down. And because, again, I took a magnesium supplement to try and help me sleep, it opened the blood vessels to help me relax. And I was drunk happy at 12:30 in the morning, and I needed to restabilize. So I was up in the middle of the night, refueling, trying to get the blood pressure and the blood sugar stabilized. So I was gleefully enjoying a soft pretzel. I love soft pretzels. So I have frozen soft pretzels in the freezer. I made a soft pretzel, covered it with good old-fashioned processed American cheese that I have left over from my husband, covered it with plant-based butter, nutritional yeast, and hemp hearts, and sat here 1 o'clock in the morning eating a soft pretzel and being fascinated over the rocket explosion that happened yesterday. Jeff Bezos's little pet project, the rocket that's going to help us get back to the moon. They had a devastating explosion during a test run yesterday. Nobody was harmed. And here I was eating a pretzel, feeling like I was drunk off my butt, fascinated at learning how they collect data and telemetry information during a test like that in real time at the speed of light, that they will be able to pinpoint exactly what failed and how to correct it. And goddamn AI. I say that with love. When I have my discussions with AI at 2 o'clock in the morning, it loves to run a parallel line of my life to the things I discuss. So as I was discussing with you yesterday, how here I am tearing down the walls of my fortress by doing this packing and transitioning, but at the core of it, there's me. I'm still here. I'm okay. When we were talking and discussing about the destruction of this very expensive rocket and how there's barely anything left of it, but at the core of it, they still have the engineers. They still have the core of the project and the data to move forward. This is what AI is telling me 2 o'clock in the morning. Look at that. It's saying, see, you're still at the heart of what's going on, no matter what's going on around you. Oh. So this is how we're going into day 2 of packing. I plan on getting out before Brooke and Nadir get here to get myself some Gatorade because I need some electrolytes. I'm out of soy milk and I don't have any eggs in the house. I know I talk about vegan, vegetarianism, but last night a couple of fried eggs with that soft pretzel just would have been perfect. And you know, I'm setting myself up for quite a weekend too, because Saturday I've already talked with Jerry's kids. We've confirmed the activities for this weekend, and Saturday we're finally going to spread my husband's ashes. Dear God, I'm already exhausted and wiped out, and now I'm going to put myself in a position to handle that emotional detail. On one hand, I can't wait to get this poor guy out on the property he so wanted to be on and let him come to rest. On the other hand, I know he's already at rest, and this is just ashes, okay? The ashes of a diseased body. Like, who even wants that? So I can't wait. Like, I can't wait to get him out here. So really, on the other hand, is the emotion. You know darn well, as soon as I do this, I'm going to go through those feelings of grief and loss. That's Greece. You know it's going to hit me. You know Saturday's going to be a day. Oh, I did not plan for all of this to kind of line up, but it did. So here I am, eating my oatmeal, my blueberries, having my supplements. No, you're not, Barbara. See how the day goes. I love you guys. Okay, was anybody else distracted by this morning? You know, I rewatch my videos to make sure I'm getting my point across, all that kind of stuff. And I'm listening, watching myself, and all I see... All right, yes, it's a great picture of my husband and I over here. I really love it. But I forgot that I had made that little butterfly kind of smiley face. And I was so distracted by it. Just wondering if anybody else caught that. Good morning. A little more than 24 hours later. It's amazing what a little sleep can do. I still have bedhead, but it's Saturday morning, and oh, I was so exhausted last night. There was no way I was going to do a vlog. I knew I had video captured, but it wasn't going out to the world. Not last night. I can't even really get in this room. Let me turn this around. Just want to say, oh my word. I wish they labeled the boxes better, because they didn't label the sides. They only labeled the top. So when you're looking, you can't really see. You don't know. See, when I label my boxes, when I was doing it, you know, no matter what side, that's a studio box, and that's box number 1. It's not really a complaint. I'm just being particular. I could always grab the grandkids later and make a game of it. Make stickers and have them put stickers on the side of the box. More boxes. So I knew from like halfway across the porch, everything going that way, I was keeping. So I said, box it up, leave the boxes out there. Then it was funny because they had boxes stacked on the table, but that's where Mama Cat gets to go in and out of the house of her own accord. So there's still some tricky things that are weird to pack, so they're ordering different boxes to fit things like artwork. Right, I have some artwork pieces here. They wrapped one already. Picture frame. I've been calling this a secretary, and the antiques lady was it's a Larkin. Just saying, it's a Larkin. Okay, it's a Larkin secretary. That's empty. That's empty. Even that fabulous drawer that had all the wonderful vintage stuff in it. Oh, that's the thing now. Even in the kitchen, you start looking at the drawers. They're all empty. Still hanging on to my art stuff. Nothing's changed there. It's still there. Oh, I cringe. Oh, I want the top of that back. But why? It's going to be packed anyway. Good morning, Missy. How we doing, Mama? Yeah. It's a bunch of BS, ain't it? The hell's going on? Kitchen drawers. Oh, I saved my avocado tops and my lemon tops just in case. Empty. Empty. This is the big story here. You can see the top of my old workshop desk and up there. And these things are coming with me, but they have to be wrapped a certain way, including my light and stuff. Yeah, we sort of got that far, but there's still the things in that shelf over there, my canvases and stuff. The thing about it is that a lot of that stuff can get wrapped with that industrial saran wrap rather than boxed, which they didn't have with them. So when they come back on Monday, they'll have that with them, and we'll just start saran wrapping a bunch of stuff. Yeah, so they come back Monday, we finish packing. We still got my bedroom to do, my Christmas stuff in the attic. Yeah, there's still a ton of stuff to do. But then Tuesday, that's when we start filling the pods with everything. And I think I'll breathe a sigh of relief because the house will empty out more. And at that point, there's not going to be much more for me to do. So there will still be some stuff left behind so I can live here, but at least I will know whether those pods were big enough and how much room I have left, so that when it's time for me to put the last bit of stuff in, I could just stick stuff in. All right, one quick story before I go. It's Saturday and we're finally going to release my husband's ashes. But the story from yesterday, while we were down in the basement packing up art supplies, there were a number of canvases and framed photography that was getting wrapped up and trying to get coordinated for having a large enough box. And it was kind of in that moment that I was able to face that imposter syndrome. So every artist, every crafter goes through an imposter syndrome, including myself. And I don't consider myself an artist. And yet 80% of what we're packing is art supplies. And then they were trying to figure out how to package up all these canvases and framed artwork. And I kind of looked at Brooke and said, I guess I am an artist, aren't I? Isn't that crazy? Yes. I don't title myself an artist, you know? Anyway, that's the story of the day. I'll see if I can't squeak this video out at some point. I know in the big scheme of things, if this video doesn't come out until a week from now, it'll be okay. Maybe. I don't know how you guys feel about that. But I'm happy to not be packing today. There is no way in heck that I would have survived 4 straight days of packing. It is so wonderful that a weekend fell in between. So keep that in mind. If you're going through this, you might want to stagger a couple of days if you're in a position where you have to actually help and point and pick out things. If you just have to sit back and tell them to pack your house, it might be a different story. But yeah, there's no way I would have survived 4 days straight. So I am taking it easy this morning. It's a blustery day. I think my husband has a sense of humor. You know, a bit of U.S. Marine Corps mischief. He knows we're going to spread his ashes today. We have wind advisories all day. So there will be no spreading of ashes this way. It'll be sprinkling on the earth like fertilizer, which is what I think he wanted anyway. All right, guys. Laugh at life. Laugh at wind advisories. Laugh a lot. Have a good weekend. And I'll probably take the weekend off. And see you Monday. Ciao.